guys, so today's video is going to be a swatch video of the NYX Lingerie lip sticks. I think that's what they're called. I have all of them except for one, so I have all 12 shades except for one, and I will tell you guys which one that is. But I have all of the shades, and I recently went to my work because we actually got them in, and I wasn't even expecting to get them. I saw them at my work, and I figured I would pick up all the colors so I could do this video for you guys. And I'm going to tell you a little bit more about them in a second. But yeah, if you guys want to see swatch videos and my review on these, then please keep watching. These are the NYX Lingerie liquid lipsticks. I believe they're claiming it to be a liquid lipstick. At least that's what I feel like it is. These are very similar to, I feel like, the soft matte lip creams, except these are a lot more pigmented than those. And as you guys probably already know, all the colors in here are nude shades, so there's no like bright pink, fuchsias, corals, anything like that. They're basically all nude shades. I think it's really unique that they came out with something like this because nudes are so popular these days. Everyone's wearing lipstick nowadays, and everybody seems to like that nude lip, but sometimes it's kind of hard to find your perfect nude shade. So I feel like this was really good for them to go ahead and make a nude collection. That way you can find your perfect nude. I personally like all of these, but I'm going to show you guys some of my favorites, some of the ones that I was least excited about, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I just want to go over the claims of them. That way you guys can know a little bit more about them and what I think. Claims are these basically say that it's supposed to be a lightweight, all day matte liquid lipstick. There are 12 shades, and I mentioned in the intro that I do only have all of them except for one, and I forgot which one that one is, but I will probably link it down in the description bar for you guys. These retail for $6.99, but at my work they were selling them for $7. And I also heard that on Ulta they have them for $6.99. Sometimes you could use a coupon, sometimes you can't. And I also heard at CVS they have coupons. I personally don't shop at CVS, so I'm not totally sure, but I know sometimes Ulta does have coupons, especially for like NYX products, and sometimes it's like buy one get one half off. I know when I was collecting their soft matte lip creams, they were having some kind of deal like that. So if you guys are really interested in getting like the whole collection, I would recommend going to like somewhere like that, because it could get pretty pricey. Even though these are from $6.99 to $7, sometimes getting the whole collection, like a makeup lover like me, it can get kind of expensive. So you might want to go to like a Ulta, like I said, or somewhere else that carries NYX. I'm going to show you this one since it's a darker color, but this is the packaging of it. As you guys can tell, it's very like sleek and basic. It's very like not a lot's going on, but it's very simple and cute, and I like that you can actually see the color of the actual color that's in it. It has an applicator of a lip gloss. I know a lot of people are like confused about what these liquid lipsticks are. Liquid lipsticks are getting so popular now, and I feel like every company is making them, but the formula can really change the whole overall finish and how it works and everything like that. Some people like them, some people don't, but I personally think if you've tried one liquid lipstick brand or shades from just one brand, I think you should try a lot of different ones, because a lot of the textures are definitely different and a lot of the finishes are different. Some of them are more drier, some of them are more creamier. I would consider these almost really close to the Anastasia ones, like how they finish, the dryness and everything like that. I would compare them to the Anastasia ones, like the how it works on the lips and everything like that, especially like the finish. I feel like it's not drying, but it's not like creamy either, and it's not as drying as the ColourPop ones. I feel like these are a little bit more creamier. So the liquid lipstick basically claims to basically look like a lip gloss, but it dries like a lipstick, and it looks matte. Pretty much all of the liquid lipsticks that I've ever tried, they've always dried down to a really matte finish, except for one brand, and that is the Estee Lauder ones. That's like a totally separate video, but I just wanted to like touch base on what this product actually is, because I know a lot of people are like confused about these because they are so new in the industry of makeup, and people are getting confused on what the liquid lipstick is. So it's basically just the lip gloss applicator, but it dries matte and it works like a lipstick, if that makes sense. But they are very matte. Usually like 99% of the time they're really matte, but like I said, some companies are more drier, some companies aren't. The Estee Lauder ones are really unique. I feel like the finish is really unique. The formula is kind of very creamy, but it stays creamy, but it has a finish of a matte. They're really cool, but these I feel like as you are wearing them, the more you wear them or the longer you wear them, the more it starts to get throughout the day. I have been wearing this one for about 20 minutes and I can feel it getting drier and drier and drier. So I'm guessing it's exactly like their soft matte lip creams, because when you wear the soft matte lip creams for more, I want to say, than 5 hours, your lips start to get really, really, really dry. I personally won't touch bases on that part of it. I will link it down in the description bar, or not link it, but put it down in the description bar of how these dried after I have them on for a certain amount of hours, just so I can give you guys like how they are lasting and everything like that, to see how dry they get and how they work the longer you wear them. I also forgot to mention, the first time you apply these on your lips, it's very, very creamy, and it almost feels like it's gonna be like a basic lip gloss, but like full-on pigmentation. But that is something that I really like, because I feel like with some liquid lipsticks, like the ColourPop ones, they dry super quick, and then you don't even have time to reapply it, or put another layer on, or even like correct your lips, if that makes sense. Like if you already went outside the line, it's like already dry, and then you have to kind of like wipe it off or try to take it off or do something like that. So these give you time to work with it, is what I'm trying to say. But like I said, they go on very creamy. I almost thought when I first applied these that they weren't even going to dry completely matte. I thought they were going to be like the Maybelline ones, because the Maybelline ones take a really, really, really long time to dry. But I love how long these take to dry, because it gives you time to work with it and play with how you exactly want it. Some people with liquid lipsticks, they normally like to over dry their lips because it just looks more natural with the liquid lipstick, and these actually give you the time to do that if you plan on doing that with the liquid lipstick. Another thing I wanted to tell you guys that I feel like a lot of people aren't mentioning is that these liquid lipsticks, like as I'm holding them up, they look exactly the same from the outside. Like I was buying these and my sister was like, why are you getting all those? They look exactly the same. I'm like, they're not, because I swatched them. They're completely different. So don't be fooled by the packaging. I know the packaging kind of shows the outside of it, but once you swatch them, the finishes and everything, well, not the finishes, but the colors are actually very, very different. Like I know a few of these right here, I was holding them up in the light, I'm like, oh my god, even in the light they look the same, but when you go ahead and swatch them on your actual skin or your lips or whatever, they're completely different, and you guys will see that in the swatch video when I put it on my skin and also put it on my lips. So just keep that in mind when you're shopping for these. Don't be fooled by the packaging. If you can, take a little bit of swatches of them if they have them at like Ulta or something. I would definitely recommend swatching them before you actually buy them, because like I said, the packaging can be a little bit fooling. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys all the colors, swatches on my hand and swatches on my lips. That way you guys can completely see how it looks on me if you're fair skin like me. But just keep in mind that these might look different on everybody, just because everybody's skin tone is different. So if you have darker skin or tanner skin, it might look different on you. So just keep in mind that I'm a little bit lighter. I'm actually like pasty sometimes, it looks in the camera. In person I'm a little bit more tanner, but for some reason on camera it just makes it look so much more whiter. But anyways, if you guys want to see the swatches, then please keep watching. The shade we have is called Honeymoon, and it is basically like a cool tone gray brown, and I feel like this is going to suit a lot of girls a little bit more on the darker side, because sometimes when they apply like a nude lipstick, sometimes the pink can kind of show through. But I feel like this is going to suit more darker skinned people, and I personally love this lipstick color. Shade is called Embellishment, and again, this is a cool tone shade, but this is different from the other one that we first swatched. This one's more on the mauve side. The purple and pink tones are going to pull through with this shade, but as Honeymoon swatched next to each other, Honeymoon is definitely more on the brown side and gray side, which as Embellishment is more on the pinky gray side. This is a muted nude pink, and I feel like this is going to suit a lot of different skin tones as well. It's not too pale of a nude shade, but it's still right up there with the nude shade colors. And I feel like this is going to look good on from light skin all the way to dark skin. Like I said, it's not that pale of a nude, it's just your basic darker nude. Shade is the shade that I actually have on right now, and this one is called Ruffle Trim, and this is kind of like a mauvey rosy nude color, and I think that this color looks really good on, I've seen it on different people, and I just feel like it suits my fair skin fairly well because it's more on the nude side, but since it has that rosy finish to it, it just brings out the rosiness into the lip instead of it just being a straight concealer nude lipstick. The one we have is called Beauty Mark, and this is a dark burgundy brown nude, and this one is a little bit more brown than Honeymoon, I feel like, but it's still very beautiful, and I think it's going to work for a lot of different skin tones as well. And then the next shade we have is Push Up, and this is a light mauve nude, and this one is different from the other mauve nude that I showed you that was called Embellishment. This one's a lighter mauve instead of a darker mauve, and I feel like people are going to like this one a lot, especially if you're fair skin, because if you're not used to wearing darker colors, I feel like this one is going to suit you the best. The have is called Satin Ribbon, and this is a peachy nude. This is more on the pale side. This is definitely going to pull off the peachiness if you are a lot more darker, but I feel like as well as if you're lighter. The shade we have is called Corset, and this is a very nude gray. This is a lot more nuder than the Honeymoon that we swatched. This one is more lighter, and I feel like this one is going to look best on medium skin tones instead of light skin tones. It might be too of a light color for light skin, and it might be too light for dark skin, so I feel like this one is going to look good on medium skin tones. The shade we have is called Teddy, and this is a dark brown with a purple undertone, and I feel like this one is going to look good on darker skin tones more than light skin tones. I feel like on light skin tones, I personally swatched it on my lips, and this one was kind of my least favorite. I did want this one just because I felt like this one was going to be super similar to maybe like a Velvet Teddy from MAC, but this one is a lot more brown, but like I said, it has that purple undertone. I feel like if you were to work with a different lip liner, this one might come off a little bit better on fair skin, but if you like that purple undertone in it. Shade is called Baby Doll, and this is a pale nude with a very bright undertone of pink, or I want to say like a pink coral. This one is going to look good if you're going for that super concealer nude. I know some of you like that kind of shade. I personally don't like it unless if it's glossy, so I feel like this is one of the shades that I probably won't use that much unless I'm doing like a super smoky eye and I pair it with like a darker lip liner. The shade we have, and the last shade we have, is called Exotic, and this is a brick red kind of brown shade. This actually reminds me exactly of the ColourPop Bumble lipstick, but I feel like this one's just a tiny bit lighter, but swatched next to each other, I feel like these would look identical. ColourPop Bumble is actually one of my favorites, so I feel like this is going to be another one of my favorites that's in this line. You guys, is it for all the swatches. I just wanted to say that I love every single color of the whole entire line, which is really strange. I normally don't really like every single color, but I just love every single color. It's very unique, very nude, but at the same time it's right up my alley with the browns and the mauve tone nude colors, so I just love them. I even really like this one too. Like I said, this one reminds me a lot of Bumble from ColourPop, but I'm still going to wear it and still going to rock it, so you guys are going to see many tutorials with those lip colors. If you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and don't forget to check out all my social media, link down in the description bar, as well as my vlog channel, which is always linked down there as well, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye. Because I feel like I haven't talked to you guys in forever since my last video on why the real reason why BeautyCon like scammed me. That was my last video, but yeah, I wanted to vlog for you guys because I feel like I haven't talked to you guys in forever. So right now I just got done filming